No, we'll take him.
Ah, cold. On this crisp, cold morning in March, we got up early to take Pete across the lake and to the airport, where he will be heading out for just over a month on another freelance videography assignment. We love you, Pete, and Godspeed. Beautiful day.
Look at the sunshine. It was minus 13 last night, and now it's going up to +1 today. Unbelievable, the difference. It's just like sunshine, warm. We're gonna get our typical water for the day, split some firewood, and then Pete and I will be doing some loads of empty propanes and gas before the lake turns to slush. But we'll see how the conditions do over the next few days.
Just big enough. Where?
Right there is good. I think I have 2 jerry cans that can go in the back here.
Where you got them here?
No, they're down there. Oh, there's one here.
Be enough for the half the summer too. Right now the solar panels are getting decent sun and producing more electricity than we're using, so we use a lot less fuel, but it's good to have a good stock.
What a cutie.
We'll see you next weekend, okay?
Okay.
See you guys.
See you guys. See you, Dan.
Have
See ya.
fun.
Back to Georgian Bay.
Woohoo!
That'd be a kind of fun trail going up to Killarney.
So that was my brother Ben and his 3 boys. They were actually up in Killarney and they did a couple-hour trail along the shore of Georgian Bay. And when they were down this, they were an hour from here, so they thought we'll just quickly go say hi, which is nice of them. It's always nice to see them. They're heading back up and back up to Killarney right now. But yeah, nice to have visitors this time of year by snowmobile. Minutes. I was away for 5 whole minutes. Let's get here. Leave it off. If they've been laying down like we had them coming across the lake, you're supposed to let them stand upright for about 6 to 12 hours before you use them. But we have a good 3/4 of a tank left in this one, so we're good with 3 propanes. This time of year we're only using the oven really in the fridge, not so much the heaters, and so this stuff will last a lot longer now. The next morning we set out across the lake. Our plan is to head into town and drop off one of our snowmobiles at the shop for some repairs and maintenance. At the same time, we donate some clothing and pick up some groceries. We were surprised, however, by the deteriorating conditions of the lake ice that we encountered. What was beautiful fluffy snow just a few days ago was now deep slush and surface water.
That was crazy.
I think with all this rain, who knows, we'll even get in tonight. It's just going to get more and more slushy. It's going to be crazy trying to get back tonight.
Well, what do you want to do?
I don't know.
We could offload and then just wait until a better day.
Offload this stuff.
Yeah.
I just think that's going to get crazy, and then tomorrow night it freezes up a bit, so then we could probably...
We'll just call the Jeep people and ask.
They were in no hurry. Ugh, yeah.
We better not have his sled with all that slush on it.
Yeah.
Well, let's offload and then we'll
pull
do it in
around.
2 days. So this is my cast iron set. I'm gonna lend it to Caroline, and so she can start bringing you guys some videos. So they're up here somewhere doing some work, so I'll just stick it in the bandy and hopefully she can pick it up. But this is gonna be a skating rink, so I hope they're safe.
So anyway, let's get water. That's good. So we've got a call today with a shipping company based out of the UK, and we're just trying to find out all the details about shipping from America to Europe. What we know so far is they ship from either Halifax, Canada, or Baltimore in the US. And because it's east coast to the west coast of Europe, it's not that far. They cross the Atlantic, and they can land in either UK, Germany, or Belgium. And we don't know which one's best, so we're trying to figure all that out. Then the other thing is timing. We want to avoid the busy season, which would be June and most of July and August, I guess. So either we go before or after. So there's a lot of logistics to figure out. And the nice thing about the shipping company out of the UK is that's all they do is expedition vehicles and overlanders, and they ship all over the world. So we're excited to get as much information as possible and just keep the ball moving forward. Hopefully, before too long, we'll be on the other side of the pond. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. We want to really bring you, first of all, our experiences there, but also the history of the place. Iceland and Norway, Sweden, Finland, and then the rest of Europe, and we'll see how we go after that. We do understand you can only spend 3 months unless you get some special visa, which we're also looking into, but in general, the vehicle can stay there for some time, but we have to get out of the European countries after 3 months within 180 days. So we'll figure all that out, and we'll keep you guys in the loop and let you know how it goes, but it's an exciting adventure ahead. We gotta get one of these in the truck. Coffee maker.
Right. And therefore we need the company's permission to actually export it, because we can't export it based on you or your partner, because officially it's the company who's the owner.
I see.
So that's why it's needed.
Okay. So if we get that, but apart
from that, there won't be any issue. We have Canada or the USA. So from Halifax and Baltimore, just let us know and we'll clarify it for you.
Okay.
But generally speaking, you can have like your camping equipment, bedding, cutlery, clothing. The main things you can't have are kind of any liquids or lubricants or anything flammable or hazardous.
Okay.
So if you had spare oils or you had small gas cylinders or anything flammable or liquid-wise shouldn't be taken.
Wow, to my knees. It's kind of hard going, huh, Lynn? Let's go find the trail. Come on. Yesterday we tried, we got out across the lake, pouring down rain, and kind of a mix of rain and ice, but it was really slushy. And that's typical for this time of year, I guess. But we were going to take the Vandy in to get her tires rotated, oil change, pick up Worsley, who got new tires, oil change, and we're just getting ready for spring. And the start of a new season, so we wanted to make sure all of our vehicles are topped up and ready to go. And I also have to take in our other sled and get that fixed. The secondary clutch, it just seized. I think that's what it was. I'll have to ask Pete Jr. But it was where the tracks won't move, kind of what happened to our cousin's sled the other time that they were up here. So the boys and Pete Sr. hauled that out, and it's sitting on the trailer. But the road conditions were just way too bad, and the slush was just like insane on the lake that we we canceled that plan for yesterday, and we said we'll just let this rain fall. And overnight a cold system blew in, and all day today it's been really windy and about a -10. So it's not like how it used to be, like, you know, -20, 30. So you can definitely feel the change of season coming upon us. And normally March is our favorite time because you know spring is right around the corner. So when the conditions get a little bit better, we'll really focus on doing some ice fishing. I so want to catch a fish. I've never caught a fish ice fishing. So that's kind of like top list, check off. So we'll focus on that. And Pete and I have been on the phone with a lot of like the shipping and just figuring out like dates, where we're going to be shipping from, if it's Halifax or was it Lynn, I just forgot, is it Charleston in the States? Can't remember. So anyways, it's been really fun to be on the phone, and things are just moving forward. Plans are being made. We're looking at tickets already. We're looking at a ton of videos on how we want to do Iceland, and I really want to focus on just the culture, the hiking, and just the neat history. Wow, that was serious deep. The history of Iceland. I'm so excited. Same with Pete. And yeah, so that's going. Pete's been texting us every once in a while. He's pretty busy working alongside with X Overland, so that's exciting. And Dan is just trying to look for a window of opportunity to keep on laying logs, but it has just been that, you know, first week of March, second of just kind of unpredictable weather. And that's always the first 2 weeks of March. And then it seems like you have 2 weeks of bliss, and then it goes into hardcore spring, and I'm sure we'll be pulling out the fan boat because that's when the ice will be unsafe again, which is crazy to think about right now, but I have to keep that in mind. We're down to weeks now, not months. So spring is around the corner, and I'm pretty excited. I think my number one excitement is to get the water flowing in the house again. That'll be really nice, even though I'm in love with our little portable hot water system. Hands down my favorite, and that's been really, really nice, and it's made it almost too easy for us. And I'm super happy that we have this nice outhouse in the meantime. So it's always good if you're thinking of doing off-grid, is like, yes, you have your toilet inside, but you also have an outhouse for those brutally cold winters, or just times that like your water system might go down. We have abundance of water, but it's all frozen right now. So we will be looking into the different systems like what we were talking about. We just haven't dialed in exactly which one. So, but I think we're pretty close. Wow, look at these drifts. And it's all ice from yesterday. So I'm just gonna go out and test the slush. So far it's pretty firm. Woo! Did you just sink, Lynn? That's Lando's paw. Went right into there. I wonder how mine... Lando, come here. Lynn, come. Come here. Are you ready to go running? Yeah. Look. Lando, oh, there's water on the screen. Lando just wants to go running. It's been a few days of real heavy slush. So he hasn't been able to. We've just been able to walk him. And that's not enough for Lando. But this looks like tonight's going to be super cold. In the minus, I don't know, 10 or 12. So that'll really firm this up. And this is great. This is really good. So we'll go into town tomorrow.
We just came across the lake and it's good and frozen all right. Everything that was water 2 days ago is now sheer ice, so we stayed along the edge of the different islands because there's a little bit of snow behind those to keep the, first of all to give traction, but also to keep the engine cool on the snowmobile. So we're getting close to the end of snowmobile season. Unless we get more snow on the lake, we'll be using the fan boat and the snow dogs. We didn't realize that when we chose island living how many different conditions you're going to run into and how many different vehicles you actually need. You can't do it with just a snowmobile, but you can't do it without a snowmobile. So between the snow dog, the snowmobiles, and the fan boat, I think we have everything covered now. But it was a real eye-opener to the variety of ice and snow and conditions that you're going to find. But right now we're trying to take this in to get a little bit of repairs done and some maintenance. But that ice formed all around the hitch here, so everything's iced in. So I got to hack it out first, and then hopefully we can get it freed from the ice. I still want to damage the plug-in for the lights. Gotta get under. Oh, there we go. Well, the chains are stuck in the ice as well.
The tires are all in the tires are all in the water.
I'm just gonna have to come over about 6 inches. I'm just gonna get over a bit. Back just a bit. Frozen.
Is it working?
It should.
We should put it on a stump next time.
I'm just gonna pull ahead and then put that down. Gets rid of the ice. Alright, we're dropping off the machine at Polaris. Gonna leave it for a couple days, and hopefully they can get it all serviced and ready. We only have a few weeks left of usage with these, and then we'll put them away for the summer. I gotta just leave this where they can see it. Grab it. The shipping company we've been talking to asked us to get very accurate measurements of the length, width, and height of the truck. So we're gonna, before we ship, we're gonna remove these 4 bolts. It's actually just a channel. So we just loosen that, take this table off, put it inside for shipping. Because what they explained on that phone call was everything extending out. So this 3 or 4 inches sticking out would be added to the volume of the truck, meaning they go 3 inches by the full height of the truck. So you pay for all that extra volume. So he said anything that can come off makes a really big difference. When it gets to the shipping yard, they'll measure the full width, and if your mirrors are extended, you're now paying all that extra volume. So we'll collapse the mirrors, of course. Take this off, and I think we're good to go. Now we just need the height of the vehicle. Has to be the full height to the top of, probably the highest thing up there would be the
Starlink?
maybe the Starlink, or I think it'd be the air conditioning, but can you pull that to the ground?
Yeah.
As we head back to the cabin, the lake ice stretches out before us, frozen and windswept. In many places, there's no snow at all, making it difficult to get a grip with the snowmobile. This time of year, with the fluctuating temperatures, you never know what you're going to get when you venture out onto the lake. One day it could be soft, powdery snow, the next, deep slush, and the very next day, it's slick ice like a skating rink. We carefully navigate from snowpatch to snowpatch, making our way back to the cabin. Spots where it's sheer ice. I know how Pete felt when he when he first came in. So if you don't hit snow patches, you're just spinning. And then we had wind in our face. It was enough to almost stop the machine. But there's enough snow patches that we kind of found a route through, but definitely not ideal snowmobiling conditions. We'll have to get this guy out of the ice as soon as it starts to melt. I think tomorrow or the next day it's going to be a little warmer, and we'll start using the fan boat.
bit windy, so I don't know if you'll hear me, but I'm just splitting up some of the bigger pieces of the firewood. Lately I've been coming out here and just practicing splitting. It feels really good. I'm starting to get a little bit more confident. Still have a long ways to go, but I think if I keep on practicing, the better I'll get and the more confidence I'll get in it. But we have Matt and Caroline coming later this evening for dinner, so that'll be really, really nice to see her. And yeah, so it's a chilly one. I think it's the last chilly day and night. And then next week is like turning in the pluses and just the low minuses at night. So spring is in the air. At least it feels that way. But I'm gonna get this all inside so it'll be nice and cozy when they get here. So you can see we've used one whole stack there, and also the top of this one we've taken off. So it's been a cold last few weeks, and we've also used a lot of this in the little shed here. So we're gonna have to go and collect the trees that we've fallen and started cutting up and start splitting that up for spring and summer.
Caroline and Matt just text that they are going to be about an hour before they're at the marina, so it might be dark by then, but that's okay. We're going to head across with the snowmobile and pick them up. We're really looking forward to just spending the weekend with them, hanging out and catching up. And Carol's got some awesome meals planned, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Who's here? Is that Caroline? You want to throw some on it? Just watch it, Caroline. It's like so slippery.
Yeah, maybe go beside it.
Trash.
Welcome to the cabin, guys.
Thanks.
Holding all the time and always kept me in the dark.
We want to thank you for watching this week's video, and a big thank you to our Patreon family. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it. It helps us keep creating family-friendly content on YouTube. And we want to wish you all a very happy Sunday, and we'll see you next week.